This past summer season of anime was packed with so many amazing series, and honestly, I'm still trying to catch up on all of them. However, there was one series that stood above the rest as one that I could not wait on and I had to watch before all else, and that was Link Click. When I watched the first season, it immediately exceeded my expectations, and the ending just left me highly anticipating the second season, which did not disappoint. While it may not be for everyone, here are some reasons to love the Chinese anime Link Click. This video will cover both seasons 1 and 2 of Link Click, with a slight focus on season 2 since I did watch it more recently. As such, please expect spoilers for both seasons. I did release some reactions to the first episode in a previous video, so you probably won't see much of that here. So if you're curious, you can check it out in the last section of that video. You can find the link in the eye or in the description down below. I'm the kind of person who feels like the characters really make the story, and if the cast of characters is not interesting, then the story will not be interesting. I'm happy to report that is far from the case for Link Click. I found basically all of the characters to be very interesting, and even characters who started off as pretty bland or plain, I found myself getting really attached to them and really caring for them by the end of their story, and just really wanting to see everyone be happy. Mostly everyone. Go! I don't like this character. The series focuses around 3 main characters who run a small photography shop, but we soon find out this shop does more than just printing pictures. It turns out a couple of them have these abilities where they can see the past from a photo and even go into the photo, effectively going back in time. Using these abilities, they help numerous clients, but the problems soon start to interfere with their own lives as well.
你好，我是程小石。
Of the 3 characters, Cheng Xiaoshi is our main protagonist. He's outgoing, impulsive, but he has a big heart. We see throughout the different jobs that he wants to save everyone, and he often struggles with not being able to. Of the main trio, we have learned the most about him and his thoughts and his feelings, because we do see most things from his perspective. He's really easy to root for. Woo! That's cool. That was so cute. Guang is our deuteragonist. He is more reserved, but still just as sweet and compassionate. As much as he too wants to help people, he knows that they have to stick to the rules, especially the rule of not changing the past. We do see that he does care deeply for his friend Cheng Xiaoshi, and he doesn't like to see him upset. As much as he tries to keep him from any harm or distress during the jobs, there's some things he can't protect him from, especially with how headstrong Cheng Xiaoshi is. And apparently, these feelings are so strong that he'll break his own rules, according to the bombshell we got at the end of the second season. Your last chance? What? Qiao Ling takes the role of our tritagonist, and she's super sweet and super likable. Initially, I kind of thought she was pretty naive. She seems a little oblivious to what's really going on, but once she's on board, she does what she can to help, and she's quite the powerhouse. She's a good caretaker for the boys, and she really looks out for them. She's got definite big sis vibes. Woohoo! Get it, girl! I love seeing the dynamic between these 3 friends who just really care for each other and want to continue living their lives helping as many people as they can. This might seem a little random, but it almost reminds me of the friendship that we see in Gintama between Gin, Shinpachi, and Kagura. You know, they're just friends, they're all hanging out, doing their thing. Both dynamics have like 2 males and 1 female, but you don't have any love triangles or anything like that. You just want to root for them and see them do well and hope that they're all okay. Not only are the main characters amazing, but I found the supporting cast to be pretty strong as well. Oh yeah, they were working with the guy, okay. Captain Xiao ended up being a lot more likable than I thought he would, and a lot more important than I thought he would too. Oh, come on, yeah, you can do this. Oh, he blocked it, damn. Oh, be careful. Oh, nice. That still looked painful, but that was nice. I came to really care about him and depend on him. Well, there's only so much he could do at times. He did do his best, and he brought some reassurance to me as a viewer. Oh, there he is! Finally! Oh! especially during the second season. I was really rooting for him, or feeling for him. I didn't like seeing him go through a hard time. I got more attached than I thought I would, for sure. He impressed me. I didn't know he had all that in him. Zhu Shanshan was predominantly in season 1, though she did get a slight appearance in season 2. She's just very sweet and such a good friend to Qiao Ling. I do hope we get to see more of her. I love that she knew her friend needed something and she was there for her. She helped her out, no questions asked. Now that we're moving on to something else, I think it would be nice to see her supporting Qiao Ling again. Of course, we have Chunbin. Poor sweet Chunbin. Their time came too soon. Is this his home? No! What the fuck? It was nice he had a victory. Why? That was very shocking what happened with him. I was just like remembering how cool he was, how helpful he was gonna be. I was like, wow, this is cool. We have 2 cops on our side. They're sweet. They care for our characters. And then he was gone after we learned about his wife and his daughter on their way. Oh my god, it was too much for me. It was so sad. And then, of course, at his memorial, that scene killed me. That was like the reminder for the second season to expect a lot of feels in this show. In case you forgot. Oh, is she getting married? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's so sad. No, they're so sweet. Oh. Oh. Oh, so sad. Oh. Oh. And then later on, we met Wang Juan. I really liked her from the beginning. She was so cool. I like that she has this reputation of being stronger than most of the guys there. And I kind of latched onto her thinking like she would be a replacement for Chunbin. But then when she almost died, I was like, I didn't want this much of a replacement. Oh, this poor guy. Yeah, oh no. What must you remind me? I didn't forget. Surely dead? Oh my god. Luckily, she's okay. Now I hope we can just see more of her in the future. I liked her a lot. However, I have to say the real MVPs of this season, potentially the whole show, are Master Shilin, his wife, and his father-in-law. They were amazing. The connections that they formed by hiring our main trio have lasted, and they're just so cool. Oh my god, this is gonna be so cool. Especially the father-in-law. I can't remember his name. It was a complicated name. Oh my god. Knocked him the fuck out. Hell yeah. I also hope that they come back because they just bring so much joy to my life, especially throughout all the horrors and the trauma and the sorrow and everything else. I found myself really attached to a lot of the good guys, but even some of the antagonists as well. I thought they were all pretty well developed. We have the twins, Li Tianchen and Li Tianxi, and they were just so tragic. Tianxi, I guess, not really an antagonist. She did end up helping our guys more. Tianchen is one of, if not the main antagonist from both season 1 and season 2. But by the end, I just felt bad for him. Okay, the first episode, I was so done with him. I didn't really know it was him at the time, but I couldn't stand him. I didn't want him anywhere near our characters.
程小石，那边情况怎么样？手机找到了吗？
No! What was that? But then just hearing their story and what happened to them, they just went from one bad guardian to another, and they were just used and just didn't have any real good guidance.
这种货色都不放过，都要勾引。
Oh,
那不就让你得逞了吗？
yes.
啊？那我李凡。
Oh no! Oh. Yeah. Oh.
你蔚蓝想变成？吓唬你们
What the fuck?
啊！没想到他自己冲上来了。
Oh. Call an ambulance. Oh. He's a baby. Oh, he covered her. Oh. Seeing their connection to each other, how much they cared about each other, the subtle ways that they asked for help and they wanted to stay together, it was just all very heartbreaking by the end of it. Right now it's looking like Tianchen is going to stay a villain, but I wonder if he's going to get used again. Maybe by the end will he help our main trio out? I'm not too sure. That's nice. He has some more.
你好像落东西了。
Oh.
已经不需要了。
Oh, you're just gonna leave her behind. You're just gonna die. I'm not sure if there is a way to help him or not, but I am definitely curious to find out what else will become of him. Now, as for Chenjin, he is the previously spoken of bad guardian.
他还涉嫌一宗连环杀人案。
Wow. He's cool though.
品都被扣下了。
When he first came in, I was in my usual like, oh, he's a pretty cool bad guy. I think I'm gonna like him. What is he doing? Oh, he's tall. No, stop. Don't simp over him. Oh, he's so scary, but he's so cool. No. He was pretty charismatic, but man, by the end of it, I was pretty done with him. Look away. Oh, Charlie. Ah! What's happening? He's still stabbed. Now he's shot. Oh! Very nice, finally out. Oh, look. Oh. Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. Oh. Ah. Ah. Nice.
小丽，明年清明带我给陈斌和王娟烧点纸钱啊！
Wow. Ooh. Oh, he's such a villain. I found him to be a pretty successful villain. It turns out that he was pretty much the same kind of man as the twins' father, where he, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's his own insecurities or what, but he couldn't trust his wife, assumed she was cheating on him, and ended her life because of it. The way he used the kids and just the lengths that he went to made him pretty unlikable by the end of it. I was pretty happy to see him behind bars. Now we have Liu Zhao entering the scene, and I'm very curious about him. He has gotten now all my attention of, ooh, who's this cool looking villain? I'm very intrigued by him. Oh, this is his friend. Mr. Lee. Yeah, I guess his brother or something? Oh, there's the same guy. Wow, what is this tattoo? Of course, there's the history that he had with Tianchen, and I guess now they are together. Seems like he wants to help Tianchen, but I'm guessing it's for his own ends, whatever they may be. But right now, he's kind of looking like the mastermind behind all of this. And I'm also curious, how does his family relate to everything? Because they're very involved. Does it all stem from him, or is there something else? So many of the characters have so many layers and so many likable qualities that I can't help but root for them. Or even the unlikable ones, I want to see what they're up to and what they're going to do next. It's very fun to follow their stories. Now the story in general, I feel like it's very well done. It's always more than it seems, more than what you think it is. By the same token, you can say that nothing is ever simple for them. And I think in general, it's not too predictable. I find that it at least keeps me guessing most of the time. What did I find out? What does it mean? Oh, be careful!
时间上算，也正好是前妻离开警局的那一年。
Oh, 5 minutes. What's up?
去洗手间看一下情况。
我跟你一起去。
Oh, she's going alone.
你说什么？卢光失踪了。
What?
对不起，我们破门而入。
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't have locked it. Why didn't you have someone with him?
也都没找到他。
What's happening? They brought him? Who's that? Ah!
这次可不会那么轻易就输。
What? Who are these big guys? Why?
王警官，
Oh
老
no.
师，
Oh my god.
喂，小队，女厕里没
There
人。
was one more.
我刚看了监控。
Oh,
为什么是王娟把他们带出去的？
she controlled him?
警官，
Oh, someone else? The brother went in
发
there?
生了什么
I don't know.
车教室呢？
What's happening? It does well to keep me engaged and thinking about it even after the episode or the season. Oftentimes throughout the series, maybe you'll get one question answered, but then 3 more pop up. The web keeps getting bigger and bigger. Before you know it, there are questions that you never even considered. That is mostly referring to the main overarching story. But even the smaller stories throughout, especially in the first season, I feel like were very well done and told in the little time that they had to tell them. While some of the events may not be as common for some people to relate to, such as having a child abducted or running your own business even, they all deal with something that we can all relate to, and that's relationships between people. While we see Xiaoshi literally walking in their shoes, we can empathize and even at times sympathize with their stories. And I feel it successfully draws out emotions in the viewers. And maybe even because we are experiencing it with Xiaoshi, we can relate to him relating to it more so than the story. There are so many stories that left a mark, and they're so memorable and so touching or devastating. I have felt a lot of emotions throughout this series. Immediately for me in the first episode, I was so shocked at how good it was. The story of Emma and her struggles working, and just the story of her wanting to see her parents. It touched me in a way that I was not expecting. I went through like an emotional roller coaster just in that one episode, and I was like, oh damn, this is gonna be a good show. And of course they kept it going throughout, and then by the end of it, to see what happened and how things went wrong, it was like so sweet and then so dire. The story about Master Shiguang before he was master and all the training he did to find the love of his life was a little more lighthearted, but definitely a highlight for me because that led to so much growth for our characters. I love how they maintained this relationship with him after being able to help him finally marry the love of his life. And then they became students and they practiced the art and learned the art, which has been helpful for them throughout the rest of the story. So especially in the second season, we got to see a lot more of their martial arts skills, especially for Qiao Ling and Xiaoshi. And oh my god, Qiao Ling's a boss. Xiaoshi's cool too, but damn girl, she is all over it. I loved it. They're doing well to hold him there. Oh! Ooh. Oh, poor thing. Oh. Was he watching all this? What? Oh, he's on the wall. Get it, girl. So there were a lot of really amazing fight scenes in the second season. I was just so impressed with the scenes, the animation, our characters, with everything.
无论过去，不问将来。
Finding out about the twins' past and then the retelling of it in the storybook format, I thought was pretty well done. To see it in that way almost made it a little more haunting because it seemed more like the perspective of a child. The first time we see it while Cheng Xiaoshi is possessing Tianxi, but we don't really get to see her thoughts or feelings. It's all Cheng Xiaoshi. And of course the events are horrible, but then to see how she is interpreting her and how much she has suffered this whole time watching her brother basically become a monster after these other monsters ruined her family, watching him become the hunter, it was so sad. It was like you could see how she was trapped, surrounded by these beasts. And then with the story that their mom told them, the story that this was in the format of, how the ending of it was just that they ran. She never said if they made it home, they just ran. And that is what the twins had been doing their whole lives since that moment. They were just running. And so then, oh no, I'm gonna cry again thinking about it. When she says she wants to go home, when she's speaking, first of all, she's talking. Oh.
就是家。
Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh. It was heartbreaking because that's all she wanted, was to be home again, be safe again, and not have to run anymore.
故事的结尾，那对兄妹有没有找到回家的路？
You would hope maybe by the end she made it home finally, but Tianchen is still running, and I'm not sure where he's running to or what will become of him.
通过照片，你能看到陆光现在的形。
Another thing that is a little random, but I love that it was confirmed in the second season, the cute little chibi animated shorts are in fact canon. I enjoyed seeing them use that particular photo of Lu Guang and knowing the story behind it. So I still haven't seen all of them yet, but especially knowing that they relate and they could add more to it, I'm definitely gonna go finish them. Oh, we haven't seen this place all season. What, like since the first episode? Wow, how cute. At the end, seeing them happy and back in their shop was so touching because it felt like not only them, but even us, the viewers, were home again and able to start fresh. And to continue the thought of going home while Tianchen is still running, at least our main trio is able to go home and get some rest for now, but it doesn't look like it's gonna last too long. Was he shot? What does that mean? I found the production of both seasons to be very impressive. The animation was pretty great overall, especially the choreography in the action scenes. To me, it almost looks like they recorded actual people fighting and then drew over it or something. Of course, sometimes the animation is more basic. You can kind of tell which scenes that they put more budget into, but the ones that they do are fantastic. I also like the way I found a lot of the episodes to be structured, oftentimes leaving you with a big cliffhanger. What are you doing? Oh no! Change it? Who's here?
请我怎么称呼你？
What? This predominantly relates to season 2. Oftentimes towards the end of the episode, it would skip ahead a little bit to the point where you're like, what is happening? How did we get here? And it just kind of builds some of that suspense and leaves you guessing. So then by the next episode, we go back in time and get the explanation just to do it all over again. I thought thought it was pretty fun, and it definitely kept me engaged in the story. Granted, I binged it all at once, so I was able to continue right away. I can understand if someone was bothered by this kind of pacing, maybe even feeling like not much happened because of it, especially if you had to wait a whole week in between. But as for me, with my experience, I found it to be pretty fun. I like when I can continue thinking about it after it's over. I not only like the pacing of the story in the episodes, but also the way that they let you know things are going to happen, primarily through the music. So many times I found myself engaged in watching the story, and then you start hearing the ending, and that's your cue that the episode's about to end. Oh, what the hell? Of course he's not gonna. Oh no! Ah! Oh my god. This guy. For me, it was all a very fun experience. And speaking of the ending, both the opening and the ending for both seasons are great. They're fantastic. They're amazing. If you're interested, I did do a reaction for the opening of season 2, so you can check it out. This link. I went into a little more detail there. The ending really grew on me more than I thought it would. I was so hung up on the opening in the first episode, but then the ending really gave me a lot of feels. But I also appreciated that the opening for this season changed throughout as we got to learn more about the twins. Initially, what I thought was just one person ended up being 2, but I didn't know that until it was revealed in the show, so I thought that was pretty cool. That's why you should never skip the opening. While watching the series, I found myself experiencing such a wide variety of emotions, and a lot of that was due to the music throughout the series. Is this a different kid? Is it the same kid? Wow. Okay, they're saying something. Is it this one or not? What? Is this the same song? This is a different song. No! Ha! I love this, like, this piece. Hey. Oh, poor things. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah. Music change? Oh, what does it mean? Whenever something was more suspenseful, when it had more tension, or it was sad, or something really hype happening, the music always fit perfectly and did well to bring those feelings out of me. And now I just need more. That's it? You're not gonna tell me anymore? Why? What does it mean? This is the last episode? No way. What? What? Really? Really? I have so many questions that I still want answered, and new questions to be answered. Like, what happened in the past that Lu Guang supposedly changed to save Xiaoshi? What happened here? Because I do remember in the first episode being confused, like, why are we seeing this memory? Oh? It might be better. No, 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 don't say that! Wait. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. He's holding him there. So is he thinking if he doesn't die, then Xiaoshi will die? By the time the season ended, I had forgotten about that. But then to see it brought back up, and of course it was important, and there's relevance, and now I don't know why, what's happening. Also though, how was Guang able to change the past on his own? Or did he? He's the most mysterious out of our main trio, and I would like to get some answers on him. Maybe I missed it, but I don't think we even know how they've got these powers in the first place. Did it happen to them at the same time? It doesn't seem like Xiaoshi had them when they were little. So then did Guang and Xiaoshi experience something together that led to them having these powers? Did something similar happen to the twins? Is it trauma related? Will we find out in this next installment? They did release a trailer for the Yingdu chapter, and honestly, I don't really know what it is. Is it a movie? Is it an OVA? Is it a spin-off? Is it a season 3? I don't really think it's a season 3 because I feel like they would make it pretty clear. So I'm kind of leaning towards like OVA spin-off sort of thing. Even that trailer, I'm like, what's happening here? It's such a shift from where we left off. Is it in the past? Is it about when they got their powers? Who's this blonde guy? Why is Liu Xiao involved? Was he there the whole time? Does it connect to all the others? Most importantly, when does it come out? Link Click has been such a gem to watch since the first episode, and I just need more people to watch it and know how amazing it is. Let me know some of your favorite moments and reasons for loving Link Click in the comments down below. If you made it this far and liked the video, please consider hitting that thumbs up. And if you want to hear me raving more about shows, movies, or games, click that subscribe button and the bell to get all alerts. Hope to see you guys in my next video.